Welcome to this handover video of an Elddis Majestic 196. Just show you here underneath the bonnet, you've got your washer jets, radiator fluid level, brake fluid level, your dipsticks down here. You want to check your fluid levels. Over here you've got underneath this flap here, you've got a positive terminal for your jump start, and then just take a negative off somewhere under the bonnet. Got your weight plate here, 3.5 ton gross weight. Come round into the cab, and this is where you open your bonnet here, that pull there. First flap on the passenger side of the vehicle here is the fuel filler, so it's key in, turn it, key stays in, quarter of a turn, and then turn it again to lock it. Down below that you've got your AdBlue filler, and it will tell you on the dash whenever it requires AdBlue. Don't let it run out, it will go into limp mode if you let it run out, so just be careful of that. As you come on along here, you've got a storage locker here. Towards the back of the van, got your two fridge vents. Underneath the storage in the rear there are winter vents to put inside these here, so you can put those on in the winter time just to restrict the flow, stop drafts in the van. If you come along here, we've got our gas barbecue point and a Bonnet there as well, to put onto your rubber tube for your gas barbecue. And in the back here we've got the gas locker. We've got a drive safe pigtail on these gas lockers, so whenever you turn your gas on, which is this way, you must hold this button in for 5 seconds and then release it again just to allow the gas to flow through the system. Okay. Just come around the back of the van, pre-done for a Fiamma bike rack. Up at the top there you can see your reverse camera as well. And round to the driver's side now, so we've got, first port here is the outside shower. So it's a wheel outside shower which will be underneath the bed in the rear of the van. You just plug it in there, it's like a hose connection you would have in your hose in the house. On along you've got your fresh water filler. Again, there's a lock on this to stop anybody tampering with it. And down below the van here you've got your blue fresh water outlet for draining your fresh water tank and your grey wastewater drain. And here this is a flue for your boiler. On along, next port of call here is the cassette toilet. Very hard to open with one hand. So the cassette toilet will let you know inside when it's full. It's a matter of just flicking it up here, sliding it out. It's actually locked inside. We'll come back to that in a sec. And on along here we have your battery and your 240 volt mains plug-in. So it's designed here to take a cable up through this slot here. So just feed your cable along here, bring it up through the slot and plug it in to a 240 volt socket. That cable is underneath your rear bed again with a fly lead for your house, so you can plug into 3-pin mains in your house. So I'll just go inside now. Just very briefly close the cassette toilet, which is stopping me showing you what's happening outside. And we'll go back outside again. So now we should be able to pull the cassette toilet out. So it's out nice and easy. You have the outlet nozzle here which turns around to 90 degrees and then screw the end off, and then if you hold it here and then hold it the other end here, this is a little air button. Push that in, it'll allow the liquid to flow out nice and smooth. And whenever you want to clean it, you can just pull the slider back, open the nozzle here, open the flap there, clean it out. I usually prime it again with like half a pint of water, a couple of glugs of the toilet chemical. You can get used to how strong you like the chemical yourself. Give the unit a good slosh around after that. Like when you're not using the van, just leave it primed up like that and that'll keep it nice and fresh for the next time you use the van. So you got little wheels on it and a handle here as well if you want to carry it like a suitcase. Just slides back in again. Make sure this here's locked in and that's your toilet ready to go. So we'll have a look inside the van now. putting through the entrance door. So it's a U-shaped lounge at the back, and a front lounge with 4 seat belts, and then cab up the front there with swivels as well if you want to turn them around. So the first port of call, as most of these handovers, is turning the power on. Power button's here. See the lights are now on. Beside it there you've got the water pump. So let's turn your water pump on and off again. When you turn your water pump on, it'll give you your fresh water level here. These are interior lights on and off. Exterior awning light on and off. Battery levels, which you'll see flash up there. And tank levels. Okay, so what your water level basically is. This again is another entrance light which comes on up here as soon as you come in. Down below that we've got the wheel heating system. Again, very good system. Can give you up to 3 kilowatts of electric power. So very simple to use. Want the water on, turn it on up the top. It's on gas there at the minute. Flick it across to gas and electric. If I was plugged in now on my electric, it would offer me 1 kilowatt and 2 kilowatt and 3 kilowatt electric, as well as a mixture of gas and electric. If I want the heating on, again, it'll only fire up in gas here because we're not plugged into the mains. I flick it across to whatever power I want again. So a mixture of gas and electric if you wish, or electric only or gas only. And this is your temperature control. So this will show you, set the temperature of the van. So very simple system. Just hit the button again, turn it off, and that's us back off again. Okay. So whenever the symbol's lit, whatever's lit under is what power source you're looking for. Just always make sure obviously you've got your gas turned on outside if you're looking to fire up on gas. A couple of light switch sockets here. Electric bed for the front electric bed, to move the electric bed up and down. It's got a safety switch on it here to stop kids playing with it if you want to take it out, but it's just simple of moving it up and down. There are limit switches on that as well, which will stop the bed either up or down the way, so you've no need to worry about that. You'll see from up there there's a space, so the bed's designed to have your quilt and stuff left on it. It's not designed to have your pillows squeezed up against the roof, so please avoid that if you can. That's the only problems you will get caused if you start pushing pillows up against the roof. You'll blow fuses and stuff like that. So it's designed just to leave your quilt on and take your pillows off. Microwave oven, and then down to a full oven and hob. You've got a separate grill here, and then oven down below, and we've got electronic sparker ignition. One electric hob here. Just lift it up and let you see it. One electric hob and 3 gas. Come on along here, you've got your sink up above and freezer down below. So look, on the outside here, if you want to have a look, that's your freezer compartment at the top there. Very simple operation again. Power source on your left hand side, so if we're wild camping we're going to be on gas. If we're driving we're going to be on battery, and if we're on a campsite or at home we're going to be plugged into the mains. We'd have it on 240 volt. This little knob over here is to set your temperature, and when you're on gas you hold that in as your flame safe device for 5 seconds whenever it's lit, and you know it's lit. I flick it around the gas and hold it in. You can see the little gauge up here going up. So it's now lit there. See, it's in the green. As soon as I turn it off, it will drop down. So that's gas off now. Okay, so you just hold that in for a few seconds, hit the sparker. If you've got gas flow through, it will light instantly, and you'll hear it lit outside through the fridge vents on the outside of the van. On along here, you've got a blind that comes across at night time, which will come straight across here. Another one this side, which will come across to give you privacy in the rear bedroom if you want. So this pulls across into one double bed. These units here just slide across each way like that there. Cushions drop back down the back, and spin these cushions around because you've got a bump here for your legs. So just turn them around, have the bump at the back, and similar to that one there. Okay, underneath here you've got storage. It's just somewhere where we use for carrying all the cables and all the bits and pieces that go with the vans. You've got your shower, outside shower point there, your electric cables, your outside fridge vents and whatever. And down on the far side here, you have got your gas outlets and stuff. Very important thing here, this is your boiler. So this is your hot water boiler. It's an underslung wheel system built in Northern Ireland. This yellow knob here you can see is very important. That's a frost protection dump device. It's not an automatic device, it must be done manually. Whenever you're not using the van, especially in the winter time, make sure you dump the water out of the boiler. It's to save it from bursting if it freezes. Personally, I usually dump all the water out anytime I'm not using the van. So I just think it keeps nice clean water in the van all the time. So very, very important that you know what that is and that you dump the water out, especially in cold weather. Over this side, again, I've got storage. A couple of flues coming up from the blown air heating system, which again is wheel and underslung, and then your water pump and gas cut-offs and whatever. But again, you shouldn't need to use that basically for servicing. Let's just lock these back off again. Just show you the window operation here. So we've got blinds here, so you've got a fly screen that comes down, locks in first of all, and then your blind comes down at night time and locks in down below it. You always need to bring the fly screen down because there's a little gap down below the blinds here, so they both come down at night. You can do the windows on a half mast if you want a bit of air through the van and still have them locked. So they're just done on the half there. Do not drive with them like that, they will get sucked out due to the vacuum when you're driving. So make sure everything's locked off. All the windows are the same. Overhead skylight is again a little positive button there. Just push the button in, push this button in, and then just push the skylight up. There's a handle here to push it up, which you should use. Okay, so then you can pull it back down again, push the handle back up in, and flick the latches back around again. Coming down this side of the van, you have a wardrobe here. Got a table for the rear. Got some infill cushions here, which are to make up the lower front bed. Some people may leave these at home if they're not using them. And at the back here, we've got the TV aerial and the TV booster. TV aerial, again, it's just unscrew it here, push it up and twist it round until you get a signal that you're happy with, and then lock it off again, screw it up again. But always make sure that you've unscrewed that and dropped the mast back down again when you're driving, because it shouldn't be sticking up away above the roof. Nothing in these cupboards down here, they're just basically drawers. Next along the driver's side is the bathroom. It's good size in the 196. Got a Thetford toilet. Water flush button is on the top here, and when the toilet cassette is getting near full, it'll show you here that it's ready to be emptied. A little light will light up there. You can spin the head of the toilet round if you wish. And the open and closing valve here is down the side here, and it's just basically that way and that way, just to open and close the toilet cassette. You have a shower curtain here just to keep that area dry. See, the rest of the bathroom is all tanked. Up top here you've got a opening roof light. Easy to open, just squeeze these here. So just squeeze that up, push it up, squeeze that one, push it up. And that's the roof light open. Whenever you want to lock it again, just pull it down, make sure it's locked in, and make sure these tabs here are locked in, and then back up with your roof light again. Okay, come to the front of the van. Got 6 full seat belts in this van, so you get 2 here, 2 there. The table, if you lift it up, it will slide along the rail. And if you want to take it off, there are 2 locating tabs underneath here. Pull those this way and it should just lift off the rail. Electrical system in the van is down here. This is your 240 volt trips. And all in one unit, 240 volt trips, nice and simple, tells you exactly what each one does. Down below that we've got our fuses. Again, Tells you exactly what each one does. Again, this is storage this side here, which we showed you from outside. Just hit the buttons and open it up. And you want to make the bed up, this just all slides out. Slides out this way and fills that space, and you've got both the back cushions here and the infill cushions in the bedroom, or in the wardrobe to make up the bed. Table comes off the wall and sits in this runner here, just in this runner here, and to allow the table just to sit down there to make the base of the bed, and again cushions then fill the space that's created. So come on further forward, we've got the Peugeot Boxer dash, but this time we've got climate control on it as well, so you can just set the temperature and let it go. You've also got, very important thing here, battery off. So whenever you put your ignition key in, when you turn the vehicle off, there's a little red button beside where your key goes in. You push that in, it would allow you to turn your key off one more click, and that will isolate your engine battery, so should save your battery if you're parking the vehicle up for a long time. So you what do you call it, you'll not end up maybe having a flat battery, so it's very good as a battery isolation. Again, blinds on the front and blinds on the side. Blinds on the side coming across like this, magnetic, just clicking in, and clip back in again. And again, these ones here are the same, open across and just slide across. And they open up like that and come across as a square there, to meet in the middle, and clip back in again. You've got swivel seats in the front, pull it that way. Seat will unlock and allow it to swivel around. We'll come back here, I'll just show you how the electric bed works, and that should be us finished. Electric bed, you see it just coming down now. There are stops on it which will stop it from going any further, but that's it down. So you've got double bed down below, double bed up above, all safety nets around it which can be clipped into the roof. Up above here we've got CO2 and smoke alarms. Very important you check those regularly, just for your own safety. Okay, so I think that finishes the handover. Apart from one last thing, which is a wee bit unique to these fans, we've got a turbo fan on the roof. So you crank it up here, which opens the roof light, and then turn it on here, so you can set it to blow air out or bring cool air into the van at night time. So nice little addition that there. Okay, thank you very much.